Nope, no, that's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast, you're a boxer, and you've climbed way too high up here. Expensive isn't everything, and we know that light isn't even a recognizable brand. You can't exactly strut down the street and turn heads with it like you can a new Perseus black number either. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. Holy wow, that's high. Doesn't seem dangerous. The lieutenant must be crazy to suggest that. This is certain death. Vertigo almost pushes you over the edge. Watch out. You call yourself a communist, and yet you've been accumulating a suspiciously large share of capital in just the last few days. It's almost certainly distorting your thinking. You've accrued a modest account balance over the last few days, but probably not enough to warp your thinking too much. Nothing to fear. Judging from your account balance, you should be thinking extremely clearly. In another life, you might have made a fine seafaring man. Who knows, you may become one yet. It looks better on you anyway. He never had the shoulders for it. It's not that the boundary between sarcasm and sincerity is porous with these two. It's that they actually seem to overlap, as though one is meant to conceal the other. Are they being sarcastic? You feel like you're caught in some elaborate joke labyrinth, but it's impossible to see your way through. Delivered with the smug assurance of a schoolboy reciting a maxim he's committed to memory. He is neither of those, of course. He is simply a poor student putting on airs. Also, he doesn't have the shoulders to fill out such a jacket. The energy in the room has shifted ever so slightly in your favor. They're afraid they've somehow embarrassed themselves in front of you. Probably not is the answer, which isn't to say it isn't sometimes still useful. His experience with these matters is painfully limited. Not that he realizes it. Just a moment. Could this be the former owner of a certain jacket you acquired recently? You could slip the bottle right into your pocket. The lieutenant wouldn't even notice. Whatever kid drew this graffitio will get it one day. You just can't beat freedom and hustle jiggling all the time. The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet? Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. Ultra-liberal. Let's hope no one saw you wearing these outrageously expensive and ultra-liberal shoes. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast. Finally, my time to shine. It's not happening. You simply do not have the mind over matter athletic capacity to pull it off at this time. No, not like a regular person. Like a phase spider. Yes, teleportation is completely not a thing. Perhaps if you were to, instead, climb the ladder with your eyes closed, this way it's less scary. All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence. Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement. What if you were to do something more subtle? On second thought, maybe teleportation isn't a thing. It's his sartorial style. Call it well-traveled bean counter. Be very, very careful where you step here. When damp, these boards are really slippery. Even a sober man could lose their balance here. The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness. The room behind them is dim. You can only discern shadowy silhouettes of things there, crouching in the dark like monsters in a child's bedroom. A faint slice of light from the curtains reveals a doorway in the back, draped in cage-like polyhedrons. They are all made of fish heads and tiny animal bones. It looks like a small graveyard. Why are you bothering with this tiresome woman? Just open the curtains while she's distracted. You peek at the storekeep, waiting for her to be distracted. When she's not looking, you deftly swipe the small booklet off the shelf and stuff it in your pocket. Slowly, you move your hand toward the small book. Before you even reach the map, you're interrupted. You now proudly own a primer book for small children which, to be honest, barely cost anything. Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order. Looks like the inhabitant was rather pedantic when it came to order. Take it. It's just there. Who cares? It's not like anyone's gonna need it. She doesn't care how you got your hands on that thing. Yeah, sure. There are other things we could do, but man, it would have been cool. You might be that numerically, but you've really done a number on yourself too. When your mind is clear of the neurotoxins you've been injecting it with for years, and your body regains some nimbleness and swiftness, you might achieve such a feat. One day, you may be able to scale this tower, but it won't be today. Neither your sinews nor your spirit could handle this ascent. Nope, not happening. Sorry, but you just don't have it in you right now. When your mind is clear of the neurotoxins you've been injecting it with for years, and your body regains some nimbleness and swiftness, they'd only stop him from climbing. They'd only stop him from climbing. It'd only stop him from climbing. Primitive construction, but it does the job. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night. After a while, your sobbing stops. Up here, no one saw the little meltdown you just had, and your heart actually feels lighter now. Time to proceed. Tears run down your face. You're clutching your chest and mumbling incoherently. How much worse can it get? Time is running out. Continue the voyage and celebrate later. No one hears your shouts, but it makes you feel powerful inside. Now, with your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in. No one is listening to your words, but it doesn't matter. You feel pride. Now, with your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in. With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in. Will you? Because it feels like you've strained a muscle there, or two. Holy wow, that's high. You'd have to be a total madman to jump. This is certain death. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline. His words remain indiscernible. No matter. It's time to start thinking about the landing. You're already pretty deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez. Keep it cool, baby boy. You can use this. Groove with this. Play along. Let him throw his weight around. And when he throws it too much, and you've got him off guard, that's when you trip him up. They must have done it while Joyce was busy questioning the locals. Smooth talking. Is that what it takes to open that container? Don't you worry. Savvy has got this. They have to let a VIP in. It's a fortress. He knows she can't get in here. We've hit the big time. This is the man who's going to make you rich. Always rely on your friendly neighborhood swindler. You'd better explain that you aren't Savvy, by the way. Can't have you nicking this identity after working hard to gain such a prodigious rep. Shares, that's even better. You can do a lot with them if you play your cards right. Personal brand strategist, huh? Not the kind of person you're likely to find around here. We'll have to ask anyone who seems like they might understand marketing, reputation management, someone who dreams big. Oh, and we should see what this net worth can do. Might score a discount, or better yet, get you some free goods. That's the kind of thing that really makes you feel like a hotshot. Ask the local merchants about it if you get the chance. She could, but she represents the Wild Pines, which is the top of that particular game. No way she's stepping down from there. We need someone lower down. That old communist. The only thing he'll strategize is a plan to redistribute your hard-earned money to losers and moochers. He's nothing more than a middle manager living a middle-class life. Your aspirations are much more ambitious than that. We'll stumble upon someone with the right amount of can-do attitude. I'll let you know when we do. Just keep your eyes open. Here's an avant-garde proposal. What about Idiot Doom Spiral? He used to hustle and hang out with the sales hawks and trend pushers of the marketing world. Let's ask him if he knows any personal brand strategists. Great work. That might have done it. Remember, you're not just selling a painting. You're selling a story. Give the man a reason to throw down that paper. Why are you letting this opportunity slip away? Give him a story, an experience. Make him want to run away with this painting and marry it in secret. Looks like he's about to throw some of his money our way. That's it. Lap it up, buddy. That might have done it. Don't you dare. This isn't the time. Put your personal feelings aside. You're a salesman. Yeah. You're doing a good deed here. Really giving back to society. Just give us the money already. Doors, windows, toilet seats. Open whatever it is you need, buddy. Just get on with making a purchase already. Here's a prophecy for you, pal. Buying this painting will make your life better. And ours. That's not how discovery works. But let him think whatever he wants if it means he'll buy it. Wow, he worked it out all by himself. Such a clever boy. But is he gonna pay up? Great work. I think you've got him. Let's see what he says. Bit of corporate espionage. He's straight in there. Great job. Sounds like a winner. Good pitch. He ate that right up. Pretty sure you've done it. These people will find a way to justify anything. Looks like you've reeled him. You've reeled him right in. That's got to have done it. Step aside, rank and file. Savvy's at the top of the VIP list here. That's right. Out of the way. Thank you. Now, are you ready? It's time to make our entrance. That's a very good question, considering you have Savvy around. The ultimate VIP. Seems like it. You're still hanging with this fool? Something isn't right. Then it's time to show you how a master does it. No lock survives around with Savvy. Get me up close. Opening the door. Come on, I shouldn't have to tell you that. Get me up close and I'll show you how it's done. Psst. Hear that? The ominous hum of a preposterously affluent individual. It seems to be coming from above us. Yes, I'm sure. Someone here has assets stacked away in OFCs. Look up. See that massive container there, held up by that humongous crane? That's it. We need to get that box of treasures down. Try using that control panel over there. Tax havens, OFCs, sinks, conduits. Heavens. Get with the terms, hustler boy. Now, look up. Slow down. We don't have time to slow down. It's crunch time. Get your ass moving and control that crane. We've got sales to make. Great work ethic, friend. No one should be scared to get their hands dirty on the road to brilliant success. No buts. I want to see your can-do attitude shine this time. Get moving. No, not the rain. The ominous hum of a preposterously affluent individual. It seems to be coming from above us. No, not the snow. The ominous hum of a preposterously affluent individual. It seems to be coming from above us. Here we are. Whoever is in there definitely has money. So let's convince them to part with it for our exclusive piece of art. There, in that container you moved, there's something rich in there. We've got to get inside. Of course you should turn it on. Don't you want to know what's on the filament? Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now. She won't get hurt. She'll bend out of the way. You failed. This failed. The hostile takeover. The dawn raid. Paper made out of broken, twisted trees. You're just insane. Insane and gone. Even 6 billion won't fix you if she's not there. Cool. Let's do this swindle. This tear swindle. You're pretty sure the owner of the apartment isn't here. It's safeish. Blazing his own trail. Being his own man. Not exactly your typical communist spiel. Now's the time for a spin kick. He expects the 1-2, not the 1-360. Try the jump. Up there on the roof. It'll be worth it. Else there is little choice but to figure out a way to deal with the man. Try the jump. Up there on the roof. It'll be worth it. Else there is little choice but to figure out a way to deal with the man. But be easy about it. Communists have been known to charge when startled. The lieutenant's right. It's sort of amazing how unsubtly you're sniffing the air around you. Almost like you're trying to call attention to yourself. Teenagers skulking around. Gang members looking for a hole in the Union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too. But she wouldn't be able to tell from here. Glimpses. Who are these people? Secret agents? Stealth operatives? You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism. A flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one called Eggheads. Entirely, rigidly, imbecilic. Without pity or fear. You close your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain to wonder, where did that little fluttering light go? You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you. The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts. Ask for a cut. It's the right time to become business partners. These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do. You swear you feel the profit margins reflecting off Jermaine Egghead's giant smile. Overwhelm them with moves. Try to have the most moves going on. Precinct 57 needs to double the security around her. Obviously, because it's cool to drop random phrases in foreign languages. No advertisements, you notice. So who's funding this radical commentary? Absolute nonsense. Whoever wrote this has clearly never built a successful business before. Perhaps they've overestimated the market demand for this kind of commentary. I know business speak when I see it. This is an official, legitimate, checked by the board certificate. You really are a stock market big boy now. Sound the money klaxon and bring out the hustle clowns. They dance for us today. If he really wants to save the economy, he'd let you pay with net worth. Go over and ask him if you can. How about some premium class service over here? Like paying with net worth. Go over and ask him if you can do that. Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him. How could you be alone? You're a star, man. You've got an entourage and adoring fans wherever you go. That sounds much better than the 5,500 rial the RCM calls a salary. You can't help but feel that saber you picked up might just give this older king a little more panache and better reception. No problem at all. You've already teleported up way greater heights. She needs to see you down here. That's the only way she'll really get what you're about. You're reminded of something people used to say, that Revachol West is poor, but sexy poor. No problem at all. You've already teleported up way greater heights. You can't help but feel that saber you picked up might just give this older king a little more panache and better reception. Speaking of luxury, you should go over and ask about paying for those sneakers with your net worth. Dedicated, victorious, sporty. These found sneakers are a must-have for a track and field legend. You should go over and ask him about paying for those sneakers with your net worth. This is not what that personal brand strategist of yours promised. No one even knows that you're paying for this reconceptualization. Go and have a word with him. Find out what's going on. Didn't we talk about saying sorry? Why are you saying sorry again? No, the free market demands something much more PR-friendly than what Idiot Doom Spiral has done here. Honest. Maybe even too honest. Didn't we talk about giving back to the community? Good. Take no responsibility over this disaster. It was supposed to promote you, not mock you for your failings. Yes. Who are you talking about? Still keeping the superstar dream alive. The lieutenant speaks as if you're rich. A common misconception, especially if you count the tax. No, we've got a long way to go before we can feel financially comfortable. The hustle never stops. Perhaps the free market does work in mysterious ways. At least Idiot Doom Spiral has made you look like the cool cat you are. Yes. Who are you talking about? Good. Take no responsibility over this disaster. People are trying to mourn, and all they can see is your gaudy figure mocking them from above. Honest. Maybe even too honest. Didn't we talk about giving back to the community? Savi's here, watching the little fiasco of the horseback monument. You should distance yourself from this project. Say it's your personal brand strategist gone rogue. Maybe, but we still have a long way to go. Your net worth is nothing if you factor in the tax. Spoken like a true hustler. We have a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. Come on, we've stood here long enough, and money doesn't sleep. Beauty doesn't cut it. We have a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. Maybe, but we still have a long way to go. Your net worth is nothing if you factor in the tax. A superstar cop? No, you're a hustler, and you've got a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. The lieutenant speaks as if you're rich. A common misconception, especially if you count the tax. No, we've got a long way to go before we can feel financially comfortable. The hustle never stops. Spoken like a true hustler. We have a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. You've been through a catastrophe and still haven't reaped a single benefit from this doom speak. Drop it already. The lieutenant speaks as if you're rich. A common misconception, especially if you count the tax. No, we've got a long way to go before we can feel financially comfortable. The hustle never stops. No, the free market demands something much more PR-friendly than what Idiot Doom Spiral has done here. Yes. Who are you talking about? Good. Take no responsibility for this disaster. It was supposed to promote you, not make people fear you. Honest. Maybe even too honest. Didn't we talk about giving back to the community? Savi's here, watching the little fiasco of the horseback monument. You should distance yourself from this project. Say it's your personal brand strategist gone rogue, maybe, but we still have a long way to go. Your net worth is nothing if you factor in the tax. Come on, we've stood here long enough, and money doesn't sleep. Beauty doesn't cut it. We have a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. A sorry cop? No, you're a hustler, and you've got a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. An apocalypse cop? No, you're a hustler, and you've got a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. Spoken like a true hustler. We have a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. That's all it was to you? You should never have got out of bed. The lieutenant speaks as if you're rich. A common misconception, especially if you count the tax. No, we've got a long way to go before we can feel financially comfortable. The hustle never stops. No, the free market demands something much more PR-friendly than what Idiot Doom Spiral has done here. Yes. Who are you talking about? Good. Take no responsibility over this disaster. It was supposed to promote you, not bore people. Honest. Maybe even too honest. Didn't we talk about giving back to the community? Savi's here, watching the little fiasco of the horseback monument. You should distance yourself from this project. Say it's your personal brand strategist gone rogue, maybe, but we still have a long way to go. Your net worth is nothing if you factor in the tax. Come on, we've stood here long enough, and money doesn't sleep. Beauty doesn't cut it. We have a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. A boring cop? No, you're a hustler, and you've got a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. Spoken like a true hustler. We have a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. Good. Take no responsibility over this disaster. It was supposed to promote you, not confuse people. Beauty doesn't cut it. We have a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. Maybe, but we still have a long way to go. Your net worth is nothing if you factor in the tax. The lieutenant speaks as if you're rich. A common misconception, especially if you count the tax. No, we've got a long way to go before we can feel financially comfortable. The hustle never stops. Spoken like a true hustler. We have a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. Yes. Who are you talking about? Come on, we've stood here long enough, and money doesn't sleep. An art cop? No, you're a hustler, and you've got a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. Honest. Maybe even too honest. Didn't we talk about giving back to the community? No, the free market demands something less niche than what Idiot Doom Spiral has done here. Savi's here, watching the little fiasco of the horseback monument. You should distance yourself from this project. Say it's your personal brand strategist gone rogue. Jeez, you artsy types are unbearable. No wonder you struggle to make your millions. Beauty doesn't cut it. We have a long way to go. Your net worth is still nothing if you factor in the tax. Come on, we've stood here long enough, and money doesn't sleep. Savi's here, watching the little fiasco of the horseback monument. You should distance yourself from this project. Say it's your personal brand strategist gone rogue. Suddenly, the whole icebreaker concept seems just lame. The lieutenant is not loving the new look. Not running is a great way to do that. It's too late now anyway. She's gone. Keep calm. Breathe in. After the pain recedes, it's a little clearer. It was pitched by practiced hands. She's used to camping out. It was pitched by practiced hands. She was used to camping out. Good hiding place for someone who's up to no good. Not closely enough, you suspect. But still, good idea to visit her once more. I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking. It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either. Well, this feels familiar. Street racing syndicate. Even if he tries anything, you can just slip out of his reach, like an eel. Even if it's a trap, you can just slip out of his reach, like an eel. He's right. Everything's a contest, and only the shiftiest competitors win. He's making it up to gain an unfair advantage over you in sexual and possibly financial competition. Slip out of his reach. He definitely makes more money. Oh, he's totally jealous. He can barely hold it in. Expensive isn't everything. Bet this light doesn't even have a recognizable brand. And you can't exactly strut down the street and turn heads with it like you can a new Perseus black number. Let's not completely write it off yet. Perhaps there's a business venture to be had here. Any ideas? Sure it does. Not saying you should definitely not get it, but let's think about what to do with it first. Any ideas? It's up to you. If you think it's got ROI potential, then go ahead. Just bear in mind that these shares are developing into a fortune without you having to do anything. He's right. His customers are desperates, lowlifes, and bored browsers. They don't understand high culture. They don't want their purchases to elevate them. They just want some old junk at a bargain price. Looks surprisingly official for a small-time trader. Some of your big biz flair must be rubbing off on him. Great idea. One of your physical assets on display for the public. Maybe this was a good idea after all. We could sell tickets for people to come see it. Turn this into a little money churner. But let's come back to that idea later. There's easier money to be made elsewhere. Just get that sign stuck on there for now, as little as possible. We only sell shares if we're getting something of more value for them. Shares are premium goods. Think big business. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing? That street light isn't worth anywhere near that much. Reel it in, moneybags. Or do you like being bankrupt? Relax. It's all part of her image. There has to be a way to convince her. Everyone has a price. Remember, this is a buyer's market. You're the one who's in charge of pricing. Remember, this isn't about the art or the artist. This needless purchase implies your excessive wealth. Art comes across as more tasteful than simply hanging cash on the wall. Splendid. Your first physical asset. But no time to stop. Money grows old unless it keeps moving. You need to find a buyer, preferably someone who will pay a high price for such an exclusive piece from a local artist. Told you these artist types repel wealth. And become a small-time art peddler? No, think bigger. Doing business with communist dictatorships only works if you've got long-term plans in place, which you don't. Good call. He's definitely the type who might be interested in art. Let's go hustle him and score us some extreme moolah. Nah, she'd probably send the entire Wild Pines legal team after you if she knew you were trading goods around their harbor. She's ready and poised for a hostile takeover. That high net worth individual, wasn't he an investor? Let's go convince him to buy some exclusive local art. That blindingly rich guy seems the type. Let's go hustle him and score us some extreme moolah. That blindingly rich guy is the type. Sure, he said he doesn't carry much money on him, but he must have something else to trade. Let's hustle. There must be someone around here with heavy pockets and an interest in the local art. Tell you what, have a wander around and I'll let you know if I hear any wealth. That blindingly rich guy is certainly the type. He's already handed over 100 rial. Let's hustle him for even more moolah. Yes, if you know what to listen for. That's what happens when you've been in the game for as long as I have. Your senses get tuned in to more opportune frequencies. I got some vibes from the harbor. Let's explore that area again. Who knows what we might find hidden among all those shipping containers. I got some vibes from that container you moved with the crane in the harbor. Let's see what's inside. There isn't a door yet that Savvy's VIP status couldn't open. I got some vibes from that person inside the container you unlocked in the harbor. Why didn't you speak to them before? Let's head over there right now and fix that. We haven't got into the harbor yet. Let's worm our way in and scope it out. Some of the best things in life come inside shipping containers. Good call. Sure, he said he doesn't carry much money on him, but he must have something else to trade. Let's hustle. Good call. He certainly seems the type. Let's go hustle him and score us some extreme moolah. Good call. He's already handed over 100 rial. Let's hustle him for even more moolah. Nothing is inaccessible. You could sneak back later when he's not around, unless you can convince him to step aside. You could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here, unless you can convince him to step aside. The lieutenant's right. It's sort of amazing how unsubtly you're sniffing the air around you, almost like you're trying to call attention to yourself. From the eyes of a seagull, a nest of brown hair not worth the 50-foot dive. From a pedestrian on the dock, a rugged man staring out to sea, mere feet from fatality. From a guest on the balcony of the Whirling in Rags, a silhouette imposing enough to be seen at a distance. The wind blows through your hair. The sea breeze cuts around you, high on the balcony, as you stare over the edge at the sea. The disheveled hair, cheap clothes, slumping posture that suggests an unearned sense of superiority seems to be one of those conceptual types. Not good. If we proceed cautiously, we might get something tangible out of her. Yes, this seems to be one of those conceptual types. Not good. If we proceed cautiously, we might get something tangible out of her. It's all there, if you know how to read people. Commanders of the streets, like me, have it down to a T. I'll teach you. Listen up. A streak of individuality. As you wish. There, on that balcony. Do you see it? Straight into a bull ring, with no prep talk? No. It's your first sales negotiation. Savvy's got to give you the do's and don'ts. The artisto. Now, hold up. You can't go into a bull ring without a prep talk. It's baby's first sales negotiation, after all. Savvy's got to give you the do's and don'ts. Artistos are known to repel wealth. It bounces off their skin like rubber. The moment a reasonable business proposal enters their periphery, they go and get political. What you need to do is lure them in with a strong one-liner. Get them on your side before you've even finished a sentence. Show us what you've got. Pretend you're facing the skull girl. A streak of individuality? As you wish. What is this? A dating agency? Are you looking for a pretty young thing to sponsor? Never mix business and pleasure. Never. Holy moly. Are we being arrested here? Only tax inspectors and debt collectors speak like that. You don't want to start your business relationship with the wrong vibe. Boring, boring, yawning my jaw off here. Next, Mamma Mia, if this isn't the top seller in La Delta. Everyone knew you'd eventually get it right. There, on that balcony, do you see it? It's an artist. Okay then, off you go. Let's see what you've got. Mamma Mia, if this isn't the top seller in La Delta. No one expected you to nail this on the first try. Congratulazioni. There, right in front of you. Do you see it? There, right in front of you. Do you see it? It's an artist. What you need to do is lure them in with a strong one-liner. Get them on your side before you've even finished a sentence. Show us what you've got. Pretend you're facing the girl. Check out the pose. Rigid as a stick. He couldn't even wipe his own ass. You don't want to be like that. Did someone say, sneak around in the cellar? We should do that. Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby. Not speaking from experience, but yes, you can. It's a common practice among the slug enthusiasts. A full suit of armor can't be too agile. You can shift direction faster than he can. Retired or not, there's still a trained killer in there. You can. It's very asinine. Here, buildings, apartments. You should explore. Maybe scale a wall. No, they're at a disco. Getting down. Stupid disco dancing teenagers. Yeah, but how are you going to catch it? He's confused now. Off his balance. Boom boom morons on thin ice. Going under. Those are the tent kids. He must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. He must know his way around a creaky floorboard and a rusty hinge on a door. No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now. No, the flash will scare the creature. Warn him now. No, the sound of the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now. Take long, deep breaths. Slow down your pulse. Don't move yet, and when you do, be light as a feather. Relax. Now that you know it's here, how long can it hide? Now that you know it exists, you can get it another day. It can't hide forever. Relax. Now that you know it's here, how long can it hide? And you'll see it again. Now that you know it's real, how long can it hide? The air moves through it. Its slender sticks. The position sounds like a hiding place. Wait, how did he get down there? Are you sure? Forget about it then. Like the secret route in the whirling in rags. This is one for later, when you really need it. The sheets are stained red. Your blood's been running again. Keep it together. Just get out of here and finish this fucking thing. It's sunken too deep. It's sunken too deep. There is no access ramp to the coast. What a clumsy wuss. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride. Oh, you do. You make money. You got gills, baby. Meaning those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. A little. You make money. You got gills, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer. Wow, you work hard. Oh yeah, you took that bribe hard. You're a killer. Can't say that. You shook him. You're a killer. A shark. Wasn't easy getting that giant novelty check from Everard. Took some ingenuity to get into the harbor, but you got in, and you took that bribe as hard as any cop's taken it. You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. You're a straight rider. Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich? That's just what it's like, life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style. Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. That's not the fuck yeah attitude you're used to. What is this? Why are you so poor? Look, the immigrants are cool. The immigrants play cool music. Everyone likes them, especially the women. Don't hate on the immigrants. They've got nothing to do with you living under a boat. The Gart man has set himself up one of those self-replicating money structures. You should learn from it. Don't play the victim. Think hustler. Think with your head. Because of the taxes, G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. That's right, 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples? I know you're in a hurry, sir. Off to work really hard, as always. I just need one moment of your time to discuss how hard you hustle. You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gossamer State's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money every time you wipe your ass. They got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax, alimony, one tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. Total tax duties add up to, oh yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue. It's all about the tax issue, hustler. No other problem in the world is as pressing as top marginal tax rates. And don't you fucking forget it. What are you, a racist? Don't be a racist. Be a cool immigrant, ultra-liberal free market advocate. Ride or die. Keep it street. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue. Yeah, ain't it cool, Ryder? Ain't it street? He did. Yes, he did. And you took it. Took it and put it in your pocket. Ka-ching, baby doll. Officer Hustle riding shotgun. Oh yeah, like a horse, a workhorse, for hard work. Sure, friend, this is nothing sordid, nothing inappropriate. You just have to do this. It's your duty. Master investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you? Nothing, nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock. Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them. Yes, that's what it is. A quick peek here, a short glance there. It's all quite delectable. Let not failure ensnare you any further, beautiful pixie girl. Be an acrobat, a prancing fairy queen. Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Great can-do attitude. A billion real mindset. Clinically insane energy. Hire him on the spot. It's bad PR and therefore bad for business. Tell him you don't want anything to do with it. Or him. What more could you want? He got your brand out there while giving back to the community. He hit the brief perfectly. He better not let you down again. Remember, this is your money and your reputation he's playing with. Business buddies, huh? This guy might be just what we're looking for. Ask him if he knows any personal brand strategists who can help you out. No, you don't, because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces. All right, you just need to grab it from the ceiling and go. Not discussing it further out here in the open is probably a good idea. People must have seen you return from the island. Word travels fast. It could maybe roll it, like a dung beetle. And this guy, too. It explains everything. All the running around, the jumping, the bicep girth. You juggle the badge for a second, unsuccessfully, and it lands on the ground, some 2 meters away. This is a cool moment. It needs a cool thing to be said. You need to look into these shacks, especially hers. She may simply have kept the equipment elsewhere. Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find. Return without the lieutenant. For this, your balance organ thinks it's a waste of time. Be careful where you tread in the reeds. Some less conscientious researchers may have left their tramps out there, armed, hidden. Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft? Hold it right there. Keep your head above water, or you'll lose all those pheromones Morel sprayed on you. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. You reach out to grab the tie. But what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. Oh no, it's happening again. You didn't catch it, and now there's a numbness in your left arm, plus half your chest. Oh no, it's happening again. You didn't catch it, and now there's a numbness in half your chest. You reach out to grab the tie. But what's this? Radiating chest pain? Fear washes over you. Forgetting was merely a matter of convenience. Very clever. Forgetting was merely a matter of convenience. Very clever. Seemed neurological. Central nervous system's really banged up. You could totally sell this pin for cash. That's not special at all. Of course it blends in. Most insects do. You don't even have to be a stick insect for that. Damn, they wormed their way out of it, somehow. Try something else if you can. She's gone. Face it. Damn, your feet thought we got away. How many times do I have to tell you about the trash bin idea? Let's get climbing already. Into trash bins. You could try climbing into the trash bin in the yard. Hobocop style. You could try climbing into that trash bin in the yard. Hobocop style. After you've gotten open the lid. You do realize you can just go into the kitchen at 1300 hours. No need for superstar charm or Sambo-style antics here. One moment you're running like the wind. Then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why? No. You have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move. As you blow this joint, behind you a whiny voice shouts. That's true. Yes, and it's worrying. But let's not fixate on it. Look at that stupid bartender instead. He has no idea what's going on. You and your fuck you fingers floating in the air. Barkeep's got his mouth agape like an idiot. You showed him. Everything goes dark. You caught him off balance. Push, and he would give way. The lieutenant said you'd need to boil the boots in acid to get the corpse smell out. But this huge pot, industrial dish soap, white vinegar, and patience might do the trick. Getting the corpse residue out of these boots is going to require patience, and also a huge pot full of boiling water, soap, and white vinegar. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly. Just make sure you move, okay? Don't be stiff. For starters, you could find out what's behind that mystery door in the kitchen. If it's a secret route, she could have used that to get to the roof. For starters, you could search the whirling in rags for hidden passages she could have used to get to the roof. There's a door in the kitchen I've had my eye on for a while. For starters, you could find out what's behind that mystery door in the kitchen. If it's a secret route, she could have used that to get to the roof. For starters, you could search the whirling in rags for hidden passages she could have used to get to the roof. There's a door in the kitchen I've had my eye on for a while. Your balance is way off. You feel like you're about to fall over. You won't be able to dance much, that's for sure. You should be able to live with limping around though, if you can call that a life. For the money, baby. You won't be able to dance much, that's for sure. You should be able to live with limping around though. Your balance is way off. You feel like you're about to fall over on that thing. Hey, remember that trash bin idea? Time to get climbing. You could try climbing into that trash bin in the yard, Hobo-Cop style. You could try climbing into that trash bin in the yard, Hobo-Cop style. After you've gotten open the lid, the man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor. A little self-dealing? What? No, screw that shit show. You're at the center of this one. Come on down, contestant. You're about to make some money. No, don't you ever be sorry. You think the Southnaben Report's top 500 has sorry in their vocabulary? Think again. That's a loser's mindset. No, you need something real, something you can hold on to with all your claws and teeth. You need to become a millionaire. Now, how do you become a millionaire? Yes, Swindle Father, Papa Panier. Look, this is serious. No time for distractions. It's time to make money. Lots of it. That's right. It's time to stop muttering about your economic self-interest and actually do something about it. Yeah, I heard you back there. What the hell was that? No, you don't. You just keep muttering about your economic self-interest and not doing anything about it. Yeah, I heard you back there. What the hell was that? Hey, Moneymouth, Eendrak, the impeccable hustler provider of the 7th generation. It's showtime with Savvy. Superstar talk, good one, hustler. Gotta keep the dream alive. But it's not really showing up in your net worth yet, is it? And it's what, day 2, 3, 4? Good. Gotta spread the gospel. But talk alone doesn't bring in the cash. It's time for step 2. Did Ilona Wihuri Villaconi blame ghosts? How about Admiral Gustave Lestock? Samer Losser grew up in the coal mines of Guardi, eating dirt, and he still managed to make 55 billion real in his lifetime. So stop with the excuses. Oh, it can. But first, you need to enter the market. Right now, you're as good as Samer Losser eating dirt in Guardi's immense network of mines. Listen, if you really want to make it in the big leagues, you need to reconceptualize your entire portfolio. Collecting tear and moaning about taxes is not going to cut it. Not unless you have thousands of them stuffed away in secret. One coin, the first of many. Imagine so many coins you're going to need to hire someone to help you manage all your wealth. It should be the other way around. Old mitred money showing up at your doorstep, begging for a slice of cake. And then what? Join the ranks of blue-collar criminals? We're getting somewhere. But what project? And what's the ROI? Those guys, they're all financially illiterate. Only Savvy here knows how to dazzle and embezzle money out of investors' pockets with the acrobatic prowess of a 4-time gold medalist in the Samarin Gymnastics Summer Games. Of course you don't. You've never even been close to a sum with more than 3 zeros. Let's face it, you've been on a years-long losing streak. But Savvy's got your back. Savvy's going to book you a charter flight with 80 birds of prey on board, to a land where the streets are paved with Krugerrands and fixed income securities. You'll try again, but this time with money. You'll win her back. Are you in? The spirit of ultra-liberalism, your charm, your spin, your winning hand. Attaboy, welcome to the final grind. Here we operate with money on a much higher level than the ordinary citizen. We feed it back into the machine. Stop saving. Start spending. Become a patron. Stop grumbling. It's time to move. Are you in or are you out? Let's start by getting you into the lucrative art market to diversify your assets and increase your ROI. Speaking of which, know any artists? Suit yourself and your middle-class ways. Savvy doesn't need you. Savvy's got his own entourage. Do you see any stock markets in Martinez? No. That's because for those living in the outskirts, the market is nothing. Just ghost numbers flicking through time. A spectral sport they're not invited to play. Stop thinking of it that way. It's not a painting. It's a highly collectible and irreproducible asset. So, know any local artists with assets to sell? Don't be silly. The art market isn't about art. It's about gatekeeping, speculative bidding, and showboating. Once we've brought in the millions, you can be a tree log for all I care. But first, we've got to work on increasing your net worth. What's up? I'm worried about what's down, broke boy. I'm talking about your severe lack of money. You're right. She has the poise of a struggling artist. Very tangible. You can feel the poverty on her. Plus, she has paint. Music is a pet project, not a viable business scheme. Let's return to it once you've set up your estate. He's also 12. We don't want to attract the attention of tax collectors by dabbling in unnecessary child labor. By all accounts, this place should be swarming with artist types. It's just a matter of time until you meet one. Look for squats and cheap rentals. We might even chance upon a political artivist here. Go and support them like the state never could. Everyone must know you're a big fucking shark around here. Go and support her like the state never could. Everyone must know that you're a big fucking shark around here. You will. I'm here to make your life better. They call me the man about town. Gilded heartthrob. Master of money. Don't listen to this fool. It's not about the artists. It's about the buyers. You can't hang vapor porn in the foyer of your chalet. Brilliant. Catastrophes are prime time for moneymakers. But you're not really reaping any benefits yet, are you? No shorting, no shameless speculation. Exactly. Not making money when you're asleep, are you? If you want to be rich, you better work until your fingers bleed. You can sleep when you die. She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you, but there's nowhere to go. A 2-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. If she could, she would have run before, then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible. Miss Oranje Disco Dancer. You want to put your hand on her back and feel it arch. Warming up your hands relieves stress and anxiety, makes you feel and appear calmer, more comfortable. Seems she's doing that here, consciously or not. Don't move your head. Just from the corner of your eye, look at her. Fuck. She can read lips. You should cup your mouth. These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Kuno knows the ladder is unclimbable. He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it. But he could get in there. It's not impossible for a boy his size to climb in. Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back. Secret path, secret path, secret path. It seems unclimbable, cause the ladder is treacherously rotten. But you could use your hands and feet to reach around the tree, then hang from the branch. Even Kuno thinks it's unclimbable, cause the ladder is treacherously rotten, but you could use your hands and feet to reach around the tree, then hang from the branch. An acrobatic maneuver would solve this situation. Nothing can go wrong with a good maneuver. It seems doable. The kid's ladder is treacherously rotten, but you could use your hands and feet to reach around the tree, then hang from the branch.